everything that I need to be recording is recording. Hey guys, how's it going? Back with a video. I know that it's insane that I would make a video. I know, never happens. But I'm just gonna get right to it. Today we are doing a review of a piece of tech. I never do that. As you probably saw from the title, today's featured piece of technology is the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. I don't know if that's in focus. I can't see my screen, but look how pretty, right? Very pretty. So we're talking about the Galaxy Buds Pro. Now these were relatively recently released by Samsung. I don't know exactly when, but I'll put it up on the screen right now. And they are the newest iteration in Samsung's line of true wireless earbuds, the Samsung Galaxy Buds. Wow, who would have guessed? They're the main Android-focused competitor to the AirPods, which makes sense because Samsung is the Apple of Android phones, and so they released the Galaxy Buds. I only ever had the original Galaxy Buds, just plain flat out, the Galaxy Buds, before I bought the Pros yesterday, to be honest. So this is a review, but it's also a first impressions. It's kind of both. I didn't just throw them on and then talk about it. This is sort of structured, but it isn't from weeks or months of experience. Not like I think it could be with how recently they came out. So, just to give you a sort of reference for how much I've used them. I have listened to them quite a bit since I got them yesterday, and I think that they are really, really great. I'll tell you that right now. So if you want to hear my opinion, see what I tested them on, hear how I feel about the active noise canceling and some of the other features of these earbuds, please continue watching. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Wow, haha, YouTuber voice, YouTuber words, haha, funny. So, I guess to give even further a frame of reference for this review and how I feel about the Galaxy Buds Pro, I want to lay out some of the easy-to-make comparisons between the original Galaxy Buds and the Pro. There have been 4 iterations of the Galaxy Buds series. There are the Buds, there are the Galaxy Buds Plus, there are the Buds Live, which some people call the beans because they're kind of shaped like beans in your ears, and then there are the Galaxy Buds Pro. Now, if I show you the earbud here, you can kind of see the shape of the Galaxy Buds Pro. And I hope that that's in focus. You can kind of see that it has this egg shape on the outside, very rounded outward. You can see it sticks out kind of bulbously like that. And then it maintains that shape into the ear, where this is the ear tip. And you'll see it has this ridge here, and that ridge is part of the body. It is not removable like it was on the original Galaxy Buds, and it is not interchangeable or resizable like it was on the original Galaxy Buds. And I will get to the fit in a little bit. But that's kind of the general shape, and that's one of the sort of interesting things about the Buds Pro is that the Buds and the Buds Plus are, I think, the shells are identical or very similar. I need to use the case for the The case for the Buds and Buds Plus are an oval shape, probably about this big. I know that doesn't give you a good frame of reference. I just don't have mine on me right now. Pill shape, and then you open it up kind of long ways, kind of hot dog bun style to get to the earbuds. Whereas the Buds Live and the Buds Pro are this rounded square shape, relatively thick, although definitely not massive. I don't have AirPods or AirPods Pros. I don't really have any Apple products, but from what I've seen of the AirPods Pro case, this is a little bit thicker, but definitely less wide, much less wide than the AirPods Pro. I would say this is kind of like if you took the original AirPods case and just kind of squished it to be a square instead of a rectangle, and that extra material went out in the terms of thickness. Back to, I guess, more differences between the Buds and Buds Pro. There's a little ring on the original Galaxy Buds and Buds Plus that you can change out just like you would the ear canal piece to help the fit. On these, one and done. It is built a certain way, and if that doesn't fit in your ear, you can't wear it. It does fit in my ear. Every time I get a new pair of earbuds, it hurts, And so I don't hold that against these, that they hurt a little bit, but just know that it might be some getting used to. And if you have very uneven ears in terms of outside the ear canal in the little ridges, just know that you may be returning these. I don't think that they are not a universal fit. I think a lot of people will be able to wear these relatively easily, but I'm just letting you know there might be, some discrepancies there. As far as functional differences in terms of the listening experience, the Galaxy Buds Original and Buds Plus do not have any active noise cancellation. Now, because of those adjustable rubber pieces, both the ear tip and the ear shell piece, the little nub, the ring, I don't know what to call that, it does create a pretty good seal. And so I never really had problems with noise leaking on my Galaxy Buds Original that I haven't had with every other pair of earbuds I've ever worn. I would say that the original Galaxy Buds were probably the best seal-making earbuds for my ear that I've ever had. But these are my first active noise-canceling headphones that I've owned. Now, I've used some of the more prominent active noise-canceling headphones. I've tried out newer versions of the Beats, which I know Beats get a bad rap for their sound quality, but their noise canceling seems to be pretty good. I've used the original Bose Quiet Comfort 35s, which are legendary for their noise canceling, and of course those are amazing. So this has some pretty big competition. Now, as far as in the true wireless earbud space, they're really only going up against the AirPods Pro. I think the Power Beats Pro or whatever they're called also have active noise canceling, although I haven't personally tried either. As I said, I don't have Apple. And then Sony, I believe, has a pair of weirdly named, I'll put the name on the screen, active noise canceling true wireless earbuds out. Now, if you want to see a review that's comparing those, I recommend the reviews of each of those products by Mr. Mobile. And if he has a review of these, which I don't remember if he does, I'll put him in the description. Otherwise, I'll give you his review of the Buds Live, because he talks a lot about the Galaxy Buds series in those videos. As far as my experience, this is my first time owning a pair of active noise canceling earbuds, and they are outstanding. I cannot tell you how cool it is to sit in a room where there's appliances making noise. Oh my gosh. I just realized I left my sleep sounds on my Amazon Echo. Alexa, stop. So this shows you why there's a lot of background noise in my house. So that's why I never shelled out the extra money for active noise canceling headphones, because most of my headphone usage used to be indoors. I don't, I'm not going places with people nowadays, of course, but I am walking a lot. And so a lot of my headphone usage now is walking outside from one place to another around traffic. And so noise canceling became a selling point for me, became something I care about. I never minded noise on the bus or in, public spaces, because that's just kind of atmospheric. It kind of makes it feel like you are where you are, and someone might be talking to you. But when you're walking alone on the street, nobody's talking to you. And if you're not crossing the street, you don't really need to be able to hear anything. It's not like a car is going to hit you on the sidewalk, and if it does, you're just unlucky. Hot take. Now, in the Galaxy Wearable app where you configure the Buds Pro, this is only available for Android devices. So it's not just Samsung. Samsung phones do have it preloaded, but it's available on the Play Store for every Android device. And it works the same on every phone. The only feature that you miss using an Android phone that's not Samsung, which I have an LG V60, is on Samsung phones, when you have your Bluetooth turned on and you don't have other headphones connected, if you open the case on a pair of headphones that aren't paired to any phones, it will show up on the screen with a picture of the headphones and automatically pair when you press one button. You do not get that feature on something like my LG phone or any other non-Samsung or old Android phone, but they pair very easily through Bluetooth, just normal Bluetooth, and then every subsequent time once they're paired that you open them up and pull them out, they will pair in a matter of a second or two. It is extremely fast. I have noticed that even though I went from a Samsung phone with my Galaxy Buds Original to an LG phone with my Buds Pro still pair faster. And I would imagine on a Samsung phone, it would be even faster, like it was with the ones I had previously. So how does the noise canceling sound? Well, it does cancel out pretty much all latent background noise. If it's not extremely loud and it doesn't change, it will get canceled out. There are two settings in the Galaxy Wearable app. There's a low and a high, and both work. I would say that the high setting is pretty claustrophobic, if that makes sense. It kind of feels like there's cups around my ears that let no air out, and like, yes, I have earbuds in my ears, but a good pair of in-ears will give you some breathability, so you don't feel like your ears are plugged. It can be uncomfortable. I would say that with the high active noise canceling on, whether there is noise or not, it can be a little bit painful. It can be a little bit fatiguing to wear with that on, especially when there's a quiet part in your music and you have a sudden change from loud to quiet. You really feel it. I do have a slight amount of ringing in my ears just because I've damaged them, but not a ton. So keep that in mind. If you're someone who has tinnitus or just a lesser impactful ringing in your ears, know that the high active noise cancellation might feel a little bit painfully claustrophobic in your ears. Now, as far as the sound quality, I want you to know that I have listened to these with the normal equalizer preset in the Galaxy Wearable app, which is, as far as I know, a flat EQ. And these aren't reference headphones. These are not meant for mixing or making music. They are not meant for productivity, serious artistic work with your sound. They're listening headphones. They're fun, everyday listening headphones. I'm not an audiophile, but I watch YouTube videos from a lot of people who kind of are. And so, if I throw a term around that doesn't quite make sense or I'm using it wrong, please let me know in the comments. But to continue with that, I would say that these have a really pleasant sound. I did run through a small test suite of kind of all the different types of music that I listen to, and you can see the names of those songs in the screenshot on the screen now. And so these are the songs that I listen to, as well as some other general listening. But when I was testing these headphones, I listened to these while walking outdoors, and I walked through a quiet neighborhood. I walked near a freeway. I went into a couple of stores, and I walked along a bridge next to very fast rushing traffic, and it was raining today. It wasn't raining while I tested these, but there's water on the ground making the traffic even louder. So, after testing the noise cancellation, just while listening to my non-testing music, just to see which one was better, I feel that the only options I'm ever going to use are either off or low. I would say, again, high active noise canceling is a little bit claustrophobic. It's a little bit fatiguing. Low does a good enough job getting rid of far away traffic noise or the sound of cars just kind of going when they're not right next to you. Like if they were in the lane one away or further from where I was walking on the sidewalk, it pretty much blocked them out more than I would need, more than I could ask for on low. The only thing is, when there is a gust of wind, I could hear the crackle. And that is a problem with any active noise canceling headphones. I know that some over-ear or more expensive active noise canceling headphones can effectively tackle wind gusts like that, but I could hear them with the noise canceling off too, so I wouldn't necessarily hold that against it. It's just a fault in the way that microphone-based active noise canceling works. And so I wouldn't necessarily hold those against the Buds Pro as much as I would just, it's something you have to be prepared for when buying earbuds like this. Voice talking that I don't need to be hearing, or radio in a store, the noise of the freezers running in a 7-Eleven, all of that blocked out completely. I could not hear it. I paused my music when I went into the store in case someone talked to me, and with the active noise canceling on low, I could hear the cashier talking to me when I went up to the counter, and that was it. Couldn't hear anything else except the noises of my own body, my hair hitting me and my jacket moving and stuff that's inside your body. Couldn't hear anything else. So, top marks. Amazing. And again, I don't have another device to compare this to that does active noise canceling, but if you're a first-time buyer for ANC, or you've only had crappy ANC, I would say that this is outstanding. As far as battery life, I haven't done an extensive test yet, but with the headphones charged 100% when I left today, I had them on the entire time for about an hour out of the house, playing music almost the whole time, and with active noise canceling on almost the whole time, and they only lost, I believe, 15% down to 85. And that's not, the case. No, just the headphones. Just one full charge of the headphones out of the box, new, 15% after an hour. So, comments on the music listening experience. We've been waiting for this, and I've been dilly-dallying because I didn't really write a script for this video. But here is how I feel about my test suite. Now, to go through each song here, just in case you're not familiar, 3435 by Ariana Grande. What am I, white? Yes, I am. Anyway, Ariana Grande's 34 plus 35 is a song about sex. Wow, who would have guessed? It's a pop song. It's got a very upbeat, poppy production with some heavily affected violin, I think that is, in it. Most people have heard that song. I can't play it because of copyright, but if you hear it, you kind of know it, especially if you're in America. It's a pretty good song. It's catchy, but it's pop music. It's mixed like pop music, so keep that in mind. Hand Crushed by Mallet by 100gecs is a very kind of bass-heavy, hard-hitting, upbeat dance electronic song with some dubstep influence in it, and very heavily auto-tuned vocals that are at a pretty high pitch for a lot of the time. So it's very cacophonous and noisy, but the production is very deliberate. I love 100gecs, so that's kind of an explanation of how that song sounds. It Girl by Blade is a very kind of ethereal, crushed up, but not due to bad production or recording quality, just crushed up as an aesthetic choice, kind of instrumental with very serene, kind of flowy, higher pitched, almost falsetto vocals from Blade, male vocalist, with a lot of autotune, as that is his style. All my favorite songs by Weezer is from their newest album, Okay Human, and it's Weezer. I think you guys probably know Weezer. It's kind of a typical modern sort of, not indie, but just rock kind of band, kind of song. This particular song is kind of slower and kind of more, I guess, grand in the production. It's almost theatrical. I don't really have a good way to explain this song right now, but if you listen to it, then you'll know what it sounds like. Blueberry Faygo is not the song by the guy who actually made Blueberry Faygo. It is a cover of it by Canadian rapper Russell. And it is done sort of in a sung rather than rapped R&B style. It's a really good cover, but it's also just recorded pretty well, and I wanted to pick high-quality recordings for this. Note that I am playing all of this music off of Spotify at high quality, so it's not like you're getting audiophile level tracks here, but again, they're Bluetooth earbuds. You're not going to be listening to that day to day. The last song is Lauren, track 2 by Prince Daddy and Hyena, which is emo pop punk. Got a lot of drums, which I have some comments on. It's got a lot of prominent guitar and kind of screamed vocals. Not screamo. You don't get that deep guttural yelling, screaming. It's just shouted vocals. That's kind of the vibe of each of these songs. Now, I did read them out in the order that I would rank them based on how well they sound or how good they sound on these earbuds, to give a quick run through of my opinion of each, not my opinion of the song, but my opinion of how it sounds on these earbuds as opposed to my old Galaxy Buds or my other headphones. I would say that 3435 by Ariana Grande definitely had like the sharpest sounds come through. It felt the clearest and the cleanest. So that kind of tells me, since it's definitely the most poppy of the songs on this list, that these earbuds were made for your average top 40 listener, for your person who's listening to radio-friendly, extremely high-budget pop music. And that's fine. That carries well into listening to most other types of contemporary music, so I can totally see why Samsung would engineer them that way. I haven't played with the equalizers. I like to keep my things as flat as possible in software so that the hardware can speak for itself, and so that's kind of what you get here. You get something that favors pop music. Now, the reason that Hand Crushed by Mallet, very electronic, kind of noisy, not quite experimental, but, harsh sort of song is second here, is because the bass on these earbuds is outstanding. It doesn't drill into your head like something like Beats would, which I really love. And it doesn't feel claustrophobic. It doesn't feel like it's punching you, like if you were at a show next to a giant speaker. It feels very right. It's the perfect balance of it, at least in my opinion. You get clarity in the bass, and I feel like these earbuds have a lot of range. I could hear the melody in the bass of this song, but when it wants you to feel like, when it wants that bass to be pushing on you in the song itself, it comes through beautifully on the Buds Pro. So I think if you listen to a lot of bass heavy or electronic music or 100gecs and other like hyperpop inspired stuff, these are amazing for that type of music. I fully recommend them for that. As far as It Girl by Blade, I chose this song because it's from his most recent album, and unfortunately a lot of his older music doesn't have as good of production, as good of recording quality, and I wanted something that felt fair to base an opinion of the headphones off of. I listened to an embarrassing amount of Blade, but I picked this song just because it's, like I said, it's got a lot of different things. It's kind of softer. It's not a rap song. It's sung. And I feel like that was a good way to kind of compare to the other songs I wanted to pick here. It came through pretty clearly. This song does have some interesting production choices in terms of just kind of like intentionally muddy melodies and synths and stuff, but they come through well, and I've listened to that song multiple times on wired headphones plugged into my phone. The LG V60 has a really good DAC in it, and it sounds just as good on these headphones. So I think that's, a pretty good passing mark there. All my favorite songs by Weezer, it just came through a little bit flat. I would say that, guitars sound a little bit washed out, maybe. The drums aren't prominent at all in this Weezer song. So it was really about, kind of the sweeping instrumentation and Rivers' vocals. And I would say while the vocals were pretty clear, all of the instrumentation just kind of felt one-dimensional. Or maybe two-dimensional. It didn't feel like I was there. It didn't feel like I was listening to the song the way it was meant to be heard, but I also haven't extensively listened to this song or the rest of OK Human on other headphones, so it could be that that's just the way this album is mixed. You can make your own opinions. Blueberry Faygo, the Russell cover, came through pretty well. I would just say that, again, it was very flat. It felt flat in the mix, and I feel like when I listened to that song on my Galaxy Buds original, it really popped. It really went off with the instrumentation. There's a good amount of drums in this track, as far as like rap, R&B inspired beats go. And they didn't punch as much as I was hoping they would. I haven't listened to this song in a while. It's not in my normal listening playlist for work or anything. So again, opinions can vary, but that's just kind of how I felt. And unfortunately, the lowest, I guess, ranking song here would have to be Lauren Track 2 by Prince Daddy and the Hyena. I love this song. I love Prince Daddy and the Hyena, and I listen to an obscene amount of emo, indie, punk, pop punk stuff. But just, I feel like this song does not bring out, or these headphones don't bring out what's good in this song. What's good in Lauren by Prince Daddy is the vocals. It's the vocals cutting through an otherwise sort of noisy but well recorded mix of, emo punk instrumentation. And I feel like that doesn't cut through. It doesn't break through into, that kind of sound. There's no soundstage. Not no, but there isn't for this song and for this type of music. So I am going to have to do some more listening, and I'm going to listen to this type of music on these headphones, whether I like it or not, because it's like my favorite music. It's my favorite genre of music. But if that's all you listen to, I would maybe give these a pass unless you don't have any other options. If ANC is extremely important to you, these earbuds could be great. But if all you listen to is like bands with, real acoustic instruments, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure I would recommend these on their sound alone. That was a lot of talking. Let's cap it off with a TLDR that I will put a timestamp to the beginning of this video. Hello, everybody who skipped to the end to see my TLDR. This is how I feel about the Galaxy Buds Pro. They are beautiful. I didn't talk about that in this video because they speak for themselves, but visually they're amazing. So if you want some status symbol Android-friendly headphones, go ahead. The active noise canceling is amazing. It honestly will change your life if you are in noisy environments. If the only times you listen to music are in relatively quiet rooms, it doesn't matter for anything. And the sound quality is minorly affected by the ANC, so your mileage may vary depending on how you use your true wireless earbuds. Battery life, I haven't tested extensively, but it seems to be amazing. Sound quality is really, really good for electronic or pop music, stuff that's produced very artificially to have synth sounds and that kind of stuff. Acoustic instrumentation, especially drums, get muddied out depending on the songs you're listening to, but I haven't done extremely extensive testing, so again, your mileage may vary. The fit of these is okay, but I wouldn't call it outstanding, and they no longer have the adjustable ear holder tips, the little ring from the original Buds and Buds Plus, so that's a downside. in my opinion. And if I was going to give these a ranking out of 10 from a whole 24 hours of very frequent usage, I would say they are a solid 7.5. Anthony Fantano joke. So, thank you guys for watching my review of the Galaxy Buds Pro. I know this is a bit of a long one, and I know I don't upload often, but I really wanted to bring you guys my opinion on these. One of my friends on Instagram asked me to make this video, so I hope you'd enjoyed it, Allie. And if you have any further questions about these headphones, especially once this video's been up for a while and I've had more time to try them out, please let me know down in the comments. If you like this kind of video and you want to see more, give me a like, because I do look at my likes to see what people enjoy. And if you have any ideas of other tech you've seen me use or you think might be cheap that you would like me to review, I'll consider it. Let me know down in the comments. Leave a subscription to the channel if you'd like to see more like this. Most of my videos are in front of the camera like this one is. And I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.